quickly. Yes, come on and let's discuss quickly here, guys. Good morning to every one of you guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and good morning. How was yours Monday? I hope your day went well. I hope it went well. Peter, good morning to you. I met Peter, you sent me that thing you were talking about. I was saying, oh, Peter. Yeah, Peter, you sent me that thing. Oh. You promised to send it to me. Oh. You know, we are Liberian now. You promised Liberian met the dead. Peter, you hear that thing? Promise the dead? Promise is the dead, Peter. So you better make sure you send me that thing now. All right. Morning, good morning to you there. Morning, good morning. I'm trying to pull my man Peter for it. We don't smoke, good morning there. We don't smoke, good morning. I see all my top guys coming here. Adama Fofana, good morning to you, my man. Fofana, I haven't spoken to Fofana. Yes. Adama Fofana, you must need to talk one of the day. I don't even know how your voice sound like. Yes. And I think it's Mama Kun Kamara. Mama Kun Kamara, good morning to you. Good morning to you. Yes, good morning. Can you please share the video here? So we got to run the thing quickly to 10 o'clock. Yes, so you hurry up and come and join me. Let's try to deep dive into what I have for you guys this morning. So please share the video. Yeah, Miyama Kwe. I hope I'm pronouncing the last name, Miyama. Yeah, I think it's Miyama. Yes, Miyama. So please, if I don't pronounce the name right, you can go on your messenger and just pronounce it and send it to me so that way I can screw your name up. Yes, the last thing I want to do is to screw the pronunciation of people's names. All right, so please do the best. Steven, yes, Steven, but Steven is a popular name. Yes, Steven, I got out of Steven at my place of work here. Yeah, there are so many of them here. Brenda, yes. Brenda is a very nice name too. Yes, there's a lady I work with from Minnesota. Her name was Brenda. She was so nice. Yes. Joseph, yes, Joseph. There go Joseph. Yes. There go Joseph there. Yeah. Joseph, yeah, good morning to you guys. Theodore Botti. Yes. I think I'm getting some of the name correct here now. Yes. So guys, yeah, please forgive me. I'm not a linguistic specialist. And Aliu Sese, good morning to every one of you guys. Yeah, please share the video, guys. Let's try to at least put some boom on the situation happening in Liberia, especially from yesterday. And let's try to put some boom on. I mean, some meat on the bone, because there are a lot of things going on yesterday, and we need to help to educate our people. Our problem in our country is lack of education of people. I'm not lying to you. Lack of education. And many of us who live in other countries, the experience we got. You see, there's something called experience knowledge, and there's something called how they call it skill knowledge. Yeah, experience knowledge and skill knowledge. All right. What is experience knowledge? Experience knowledge is something that you went through physically that you learn. Like, for example, if you're speeding on the highway, they pull you over and you say you are speeding too fast, they gave you a ticket, and that ticket perhaps could lead to you getting your license suspended. That is an experience. That is an experience knowledge you got because you finished seeing it. Now, your knowledge gain experience is maybe somebody tell you, say, look, let me tell you this. When you're driving and you start speeding, when they give you a ticket, it will be bad for you. That means you already got knowledge about what it means to speed. So most of our people back home and in other part of the world, they either lack the experience knowledge or the skill knowledge. All right. So those two things interact with each other, and that is why we're here. So yesterday, I got to learn a few things from our people yesterday. This guy they call Key, all right? Key is trying to use his follower by disorientating their minds, thinking that what he does, he thinks that is the right way to find solution to anything that he disagree with. But that's not the right way to do things. When you disagree with people, you got to be very careful. If you don't understand That if you don't have the knowledge, then you will always have to what? Experience the hard way. So you see, knowledge gain can avoid you or can prevent you from experiencing things the hard way. We have a democracy. Our democracy, there is no clause in our democracy as far as I am concerned that say if you say somebody stupid, somebody this, somebody that, while it is true that you usually look at a high level of profanity, the freedom of expression and speech does not classify that as some type of crime. Now, when you start to go after people's character that you have no clue about, when you start to go after people's character, then it becomes a concern as it relates to character defamation. If you work in this country, if you got involved with other things, or if you try to deep dive into other documentary, you are getting knowledge experience. You are getting knowledge experience, and then you will also get what? Hands-on experience. You see, when Prophet Key used to call George Weahman all the time, that was not a crime in the eyes of the Constitution, because that was considered as freedom of expression. But by our cultural value, people who are Christian, people who were brought up into home, they saw that as something that was wrong. But there's nothing they can do, because the law that cover our country that we are governed by did not classify that as a reason for somebody to be arrested. So it's considered freedom of speech, even though the profanity is not acceptable by the society. It is seen as freedom of expression, even up to today. Like, for example, I can get and say Boka is a liar until they make that illegal. To say anybody that say Boka is a liar, that person will be in complete violation of section that. So to make anything illegal is to pass it into law. So anybody can get up and insult Boka's wife, insult Joe Boka. That is not a crime. If anybody go against that person, you'll be violating the person's freedom of expression. You'll be violating their human rights. Now, here is where things can get a little bit hairy. Like, for example, Joseph Boka told Henry Costa that while he was little, he sold a sick vehicle to a food businessman. It was his story. I can always come here and tell you guys that Joe Boka sold a sick vehicle to a food businessman. Why? Because it was Joe Boka himself who said that. And I can prove that. So as long as I continue to use it, he cannot come to say, oh, I'm going to sue J. Randy. No. However, if I come up and start to say, oh, Joe Boka, when he stole money from this place, he stole money from that place, then Joe Boka can come and say, I'm going to sue J. Randy for character defamation. That means I have to go to court to prove what I said out there about Joe Boka. And if I don't provide any proof, I can be looking at serious jail time or paying for serious character destruction. You follow me on that? So my point here is, those who are supporting Prophet Key, the question they should be asking themselves, why Judy Andy is suing Prophet Key? Why is Judy Andy suing Prophet Key? Well, can anybody tell me why Prophet Key is in court, or why Judy Andy sue Prophet Key? So you guys are smart people. You guys are smart people. You guys have followed the platform for a while now, and I think that you guys are very smart people. So let one of you guys tell me why Prophet Key has been sued by Miss Judy Andy. Can anybody tell me here? Give me a snapshot. Give me a snapshot of why he is being sued. Because George Weah did not sue Prophet Key. Alright? George Weah did not sue. I don't think, thank you very much. My cause cannot be the reason. He said she is a prostitute. You see that? Thank you very much. How do you call the name here? Niwali. Yeah, Niwali's son. Guys, you gotta look at Niwali's son. Niwali's son is collaborating what I gather from Moravia. That Prophet Key is being sued because he said the woman is a prostitute. That is not freedom of speech. That is not freedom of speech. That is character assassination. That is character assassination. And that is something that warrants a court decision. Because you know what they call emotional humiliation? That is what that word means. Emotional humiliation. You assassinate a person's character by telling people that the person is a prostitute. Now you got to go and prove it in court. You got to go and prove it in court. If that guy had only been causing a woman private part, I don't think she'll go to court. Because when you go to court, there are times that they will determine whether your issue got merit to move the court forward. Whether your case got weight to go to trial. That's why they can go to pre-trial. Even when you go to a lawyer, the lawyer will have to look at the case and say, does the case really make sense? I mean, do I waste my time? Let me look at your case and determine the weight of your case. All right? So now, okay, Topa say, sleeping with all government officials for job. That again, that is another emotional damage that he was doing to the woman's character. So everything that he accused the woman of, in order for everyone to know that he's saying the truth, he has to go to court. He has to go to court. Now, when he goes to court, he's going to prove what he told his audience and the people out there, that she is a prostitute. Well, who knows? He got more evidence, he got text messages, he got photographs of what the woman been doing. Maybe he will exonerate himself. But if he cannot prove that, then he shouldn't be saying those things. And that's why people need to understand. You see, this is what we call the fundamental understanding of things before you support. You know, we as engineers, we operate on principles. So being someone who is into Liberian politics, I always take a principle approach. It's like you're a soccer player. Soccer player will always want to understand the rule of the game. What is the rule of this game? Because I don't want to go out there and be wasting my energy and don't know what I'm doing. So let there be a principle for every one of you guys. You don't have to be an engineer. You don't have to be a doctor. You don't have to be a pharmacist. You don't even have to be a janitor to have a principle by which you are guided by. By which you are guided by. All right? That is, you don't have to use the principle. But what you can use is what we call your daily guide. Your daily guide can also be changed into a principles that is under what law, under what rule should I engage the conversation. And by asking yourself all the time the risky question. And some of the risky questions could be, what if I say the thing here? What does that mean? What does that mean if I say the thing here? How will people look at it? Sometimes you can call people who disagree with you. Because working with disagreeable people is in no way a bad thing. If somebody on your team that always challenge some of the things that you do or say, you reach out to them and say, look, for example, all right? For example, if the person say, and you know, if the person say that, how do you call it, say, that you causing that person mad and the person disagree with you, all right? And the person disagree with you, then you can get out and say, oh, you know what? Tell me why you disagree with me. Well, you said it one, you said it one. It making no sense. So let our thought honor the freedom of expression be a fundamental reason that support your right. Man causing, like the man called Joe, we have for 5.5 years. Did you see Joe? We are taking the man to court. Aside Joe, we have been a president. Joe, we have spoken to a lot of legal minds. And he said, Mr. President, nothing wrong with that man causing your mouth. You know who you should blame? Blame the Constitution that gave freedom of expression. That one who had military dictatorship in the country, they seize most of the opportunity for freedom of expression. But now, you guys have opened the floodgate. So people can say anything as long it doesn't put any threat to your character. So in the guy case, by saying the woman is a prostitute and she's sleeping with government official, that is something that is not a free speech. That is a direct character defamation. That is a direct character defamation. That means that the person can take you to court. It's an equivalent to telling somebody, oh, that man is a child molester. You see, God, Stanton Wilson, the reason I can call Stanton Wilson a criminal, because Stanton Wilson had already been found guilty, and he pled guilty to conspiracy. So I can call him a criminal. He can't take me to court, because when he take me to court, the person say, but you are already a criminal. But we cannot go out there and start to accuse other people when we have not getting any court verdict. So let this whole Prophet Key thing go through the legal process so that every one of us can take a page out of this chapter and govern ourselves, that our freedom of expression should have a meaning that support the freedom of expression. Now, for the women that are supporting Prophet Key, they are doing it out of sheer illiteracy and ignorance. Let me repeat myself again. Those that are supporting Prophet Key, especially the female, they are doing it out of sheer ignorance and stupidity. What do I mean by that? Sheer ignorance, they don't understand the impact that that man causing is doing to them and their grandchildren to come. They don't understand that. Another impact they don't understand from that is, how is the world looking at us? Just the other day, you saw Katumu standing with Joshua Blai, the born-again guy. And you saw a white woman that came and hugged the Joshua Blai man. That woman is from a different culture. But she is understanding our culture down there. How women are supporting things that are humiliating themselves. Sir Joseph was down there the other day with a white woman who was there. And beside these people that we saw on social media, there are other people in our country that are female from Africa or other part of Africa, from Europe, from China. They see the way we demonstrating ourselves. And they are taking note. That is the impact that they are sharing, that I consider as well a sheer arrogance. The stupidity part of it is they are accepting themselves to be abused. That's the stupidity of it. The stupidity part that I also call a sheer stupidity. Every one of them are there. They are accepting the fact that the men should cause their private parts. So sheer arrogance and sheer stupidity are the two things that got the people behind Prophet Key. Now, what is the cause factor and the root cause? Let's discuss those two things, then we'll go to the corrective action. Cause factor, most of the people are unaware, uninformed, about our cultural value. What make us to be a country? What do we accept and what we don't accept? So most of the people that are behind that man and accept that idea, they are unaware about Liberia cultural value. If you go back to their grandmother in the interior, if somebody got grandparents in the interior, and somebody interpret that kind of insult to them, their grandmother will say, oh, my son, my daughter, I didn't know that my grandson supported nothing. Because majority of those people, they are byproduct of the war. They are what? Byproduct of the war. They never grew up in a home that instilled family value, discipline. Well, you grow up in your home, you see your sister, you're sharing the bathroom. Oh, my sister coming. Oh, and your father said, don't go in the bathroom there. Your sister there. Your mom said, don't go in the bathroom. You are getting no family value through family education. You getting those things there. That's how it works. That's how it works. But majority of them did not get that family value. They were self-read. They were street-read. You raising yourself. You only selecting that you like. You are not willing to take people's advice. Then you come in the society, in the public, you see things that align with your own value. That's what happened to them. So the lack of cultural value, it destroys the image of a person. That's why you see today, there are people who are against what that guy is doing by cursing women. And there are people who in favor of them. So the question you be asking, well, what wrong with the people who are against the guy cursing? Why are they against? You see, most of the time when children ask you, especially most of our children in America, whenever you tell them to do something, they will ask you why. Why is the expression that will further explain to the child from you as a parent that decision that prompted you, or the reason that prompted you to say this. That is the decision. That is the decision. So when you tell your child, go to bed, why, mommy? Don't put that in your mouth. Why, mommy? They are basically asking for explanation. And through that explanation, they are learning the process. Mommy say we shouldn't accept stranger. Why, mommy? Because strangers are bad people. They can come and carry you. Oh, okay. So stranger is bad. Yes. Stranger is dangerous. Yes. This is your uncle. This is your father friend. This is this. They get the education. Now, if they don't have that, the grown all Liberians you see today that support these people, we need to educate them to say, don't just support Prophet Key. And don't go against the people who are against Prophet Key. They now should be asking, but why you guys don't support Prophet Key? Then people should come out and say, you know what? Abusing women parts, it is morally wrong. It is morally wrong. God gave everyone a unique body. Do you know why we wear clothes? Even back in the days when we're not wearing clothes, people say we should tie leaf around us, right? Do you know what we're tying leaf around us? Because there are some unique part of our body that we cannot expose. It's all part of our maturity on the planet. So when you want to be part of something that somebody abusing, that way you'll be giving explanation to them. So sheer arrogance, the cause factor for that sheer arrogance is what? Lack of information. Don't blame them directly. When you blame anybody directly, when you're looking at root cause, you don't blame the individual. You blame the contributing factor. And then you look at the root cause. So those who are not asking the question, why, and they're supporting this guy, they are unaware, they are uninformed about the dignity of human being, including themselves. Now, what is the root cause? The root cause is illiteracy. The root cause is what? Illiteracy. What brings about illiteracy? Or what are some of the components with illiteracy? Lack of education, lack of information, lack of self-awareness, self-esteem. They all put together. Now, we know the cause factor, right? They are not aware. We know the root cause, illiteracy. Now you see how we can put the corrective action together. What is the prime focus of this guy who insults people? Women. Who does he insult most of the time? Women. No matter who disagree with him, he go after the person's mom. And who are those that he bring on board? The people that don't have the knowledge. So then what is our course of action? What is our corrective action? Well, I told one of the ladies this morning in Liberia, I said, you guys need to bring women on board. You guys need to bring women on board and begin to educate our people. Do like an Oprah show. Do like any kind of show. Y'all bring tribal women on the platform. Y'all bring the everyday mom. Y'all bring the grandma that is willing. And then y'all begin to discuss the importance of women's dignity. That person did money said, "Hey, Randy, thank you very much. That's what I like about you." And I said the purpose for that is because we see a gap, a generation gap. Don't see young people in America dressing nicely. There is a generation gap to respect our culture. You see, our culture is a self-responsibility from the home to the institution. But we have let ourselves down. We have let ourselves down. So I asked her, I said, bring women of all different categories in our society. Bring some of the women who are from the poorer society. Bring some of the women who are like the colloquial women, they speak English, broken English. Bring the Irish business or modern woman in Liberia. You have the diverse panels of people. You organize yourself and you let your topic be about filling in the gap. Talk about the importance of women. Talk about the dignity. Talk about the significance why every young female should understand that their private part is nothing but their character. And you'll get more example. And the goal for that is to educate our people to reduce the awareness and increase awareness. To reduce the unawareness and increase the awareness. And to also reduce the illiteracy of the understanding. Because when you are not informed about something, you are illiterate to it. That's why they will always say you are computer illiterate. You are car illiterate. Anything that you cannot do, you are illiterate to it. When you learn to do it, then you become literate to it. Right? Don't you used to hear back in the day when computer came, oh, I'm computer illiterate? Yes. That's how the women classify it. And by providing that kind of platform for women to educate our people and our young girls, they will be getting what? Knowledge experience. That will be the knowledge experience. They will be getting what? Knowledge experience. Because when women start telling them, oh, back in the 80s, back in the 70s, these are things we used to do. And imitating the culture. And you can also bring in some of our partners. There are women in our country from other countries that want to come and join the platform. And that will make it more of an international discussion on women. Because what you see happening over there is called gender inequality. The disrespect for women is part of gender equality promotion. And until we start to educate people that gender inequality does not mean that because the woman are working. No. Gender inequality surpasses those boundary lines. Show respect. Show respect. Even in some of the movies, the bad guy will be fighting. I remember I was watching the Chinese movie here. Because for me, I'm a guy who learned a lot of choreography in movie. So the Chinese guy was fighting the bad guy there. He knocked all of them down. But then there was one girl, she had something over her head like a ninja. And then she dressed herself very puffy. She was beating the guy, hitting the guy. And the guy too was trying to hit her, but she was touching the guy. And then in the process, her mask came up and the guy shook her hair like this. I mean, she shook her hair to give her some clearance. And the guy saw it. The guy reduced his level of fight. He brought it down. And the guy said, why you can't hit me? He said, no, you're a woman. I can't do that. He even closed his eyes and said, I will blindfold myself to fight you. That was not their respect, but that was respect. In the sense that she still wanted to fight the guy, and for the sake of respect, he said, I will blindfold myself and fight you. That was respect in itself. We don't have that in our country. In America here that we live, oftentimes, whether it is a celebrity, even Liberians, the Liberian guy who played for the Indiana Colts, I think 2 years ago or 3 years ago, that was announced. Who did you see next by his side? His mom. That was in America, most of the young African American guys, they love their mommy. If Papa Key was in America here, I don't wish him bad. But you call anybody mommy, you will be receiving that silver bullet in your butt or whatever. No guy on the side, they don't play with that mommy business. I'm not saying those things should happen in Liberia. I'm not bringing those things up to tell you that people love their mothers and their sister. Stay away from that kind of approach to dissatisfaction or something that you don't like. Find something else. Focus on the issue. Focus on the person's story. But you know what I learned today? After speaking to that woman? The whole culture ambassador thing, it was Judy Andy invention. It was not something that was created by the government. It was not something that was created by the government. It was Judy Andy invention. Judy Andy was the one who got up one morning during Taylor time and said, we need a face to represent our culture. And the Hakan Taylor bought into that idea. Because our country must have people who are creative. Our brain is divided into two parts. We got the invention part of the brain, and we got the creativity part of the brain. So she used her own brain and said, I want to be the culture ambassador. That was a voluntary service to our country. That is what I gather today. That the culture ambassador job is not something that was legislated by our lawmaker. It was not a policy part by any government. She came in and managed to what? To invent that. And today now it's becoming a household need. So she owned a pattern to that vision. She owned it. And if anybody want to become culture ambassador, they got to pay her to her. And you think our people then are supporting Prophet Key understand that thing today? I must say they didn't know that. And you know what I said? I said thank you to the woman that told me. You know one thing I will say to you guys, women are our teacher. I don't care you can be the best man on the face of the planet here. Women is, women, or let's say a woman is considered to be our teacher. Because if you look at it in the eyes of your mother, who the first person to teach you? When that woman bring that baby outside, you think that the father can do everything? Most of the work? No. It is the mom. That one oftentimes, when men get in trouble, you and myself get in trouble, who will always call first? Mama, mama, in trouble, mama. In trouble. We always call woman there. Woman, man, Henry Yango here. Henry Yango said, as soon as something happens, the first person you can call, that is man. Let me come put your phone outside so you can carry me to court too. My man speak, I said, as soon as something happens, you can call him, man. All the guys are photo, let me tell you right now. All the guys here, all my men say, as soon as something happens, the first person can call them, mama. All the more guys you can call your mama. Because women, They are our first teacher. They teach us things. And we must respect them. Irrespective of who you are, always respect women. Always respect women. Even one thing I noticed in America here, people are always with their mom. My mommy said I should do this. My mommy said I should not do this. We used to have that kind of culture back home, where we have respect. Somebody don't gotta be your blood relative before you respect them. They don't gotta be your mom. Your respect should be a universal one. I cannot sit here and will not sit there and allow somebody to be causing people mom and support that idea. That's one of the reasons why, if you follow me, I never went on that Prophet Key Man show. Because I felt that what he was doing was not right. It was not right. So those who are following the man, they have what we call sheer arrogance and lack of... Sorry there, guys. Somebody tried to cut me off, but the person paid his... And you know, they have sheer arrogance and sheer stupidity. That's how I see it. So I'm calling on the Liberian women. Y'all need to organize yourself and have a topic on a platform and start to fill in the gap to educate the young and the middle-aged women that are supporting Prophet Key. Don't blame them because they are ignorant and they share that ignorance among themselves. It's called sheer arrogance. It is called sheer arrogance mixed with stupidity. All right? We all love our mothers. I remember back in the day, we used to be fighting her. Back in the day, they used to have some men. The man would take two down and put in your two hands. Then you would tell the man, the man just where's your man rezo. Because the guy will come and put the two down in your hand and you hold it like this. Hey, my man, your man probably rezo. Yeah, your power man rezo. Then the other guy will go and snap the other man hand. Then he say, oh, my man, your man rezo, man, well, then you got the fighting and start again. That's how we used to show respect for our mom. You don't gotta go with my mom food. No. You and myself we take it out. That's how we used to do it. So we need to educate our children, all right? We should not fill the young people's minds with junk. Like Alexander Comey can say, garbage in, garbage out. We shouldn't allow that to happen, all right? Yeah, we shouldn't allow that to happen. We can disagree with people politically, but let us do it in a perimeter or whatever discretion you have that gave us the freedom of speech. Like for me, I will not move from beyond Joe Booker saying very good because he told that story. I did not make that story up. Joe Booker, the one that said that he saw or said very good to a food businessman, and I felt that it was very dishonest. So I gotta let the people know. And I'm letting people know that it is bad to sell a say very good to somebody. Because most of the time in the country, the people tell you, say, oh, there are certain food that have been recalled off the shelf. If you buy the food that was produced between so and so time, you got to bring it back. And the same thing that Joe Booker did. He saw us say bitter good. So the bitter good, if they had a bitter good association in that time, they're going to say, well, there have been a say bitter good that have been sold in the little town you call Wasanga. And anybody who buy that say bitter good, you are buying it at your own risk. Do not buy that bitter good. So that the same thing that Booker did. All right? So we must have reason to hold people accountable. We can just go out there. The man calling the woman a prostitute. The man calling the woman all sort of names are very, very bad. Lastly, there is a bill and there is a bill bond. Bill is something that you will put forward. Some of you guys know that. You have to spend your own money to be able to guarantee the judge and the court that you will be back. If you don't have the money, then you go to a bond. Maybe I need to open a bond in Liberia. Get my little bond shop. You come there and you know, you come there, you can pay your money. I pay your bond and then you pay me maybe 10% back. But I gotta get your property. Now, the reason is Prophet Key is catching hard time on that bill bond thing. One, he does not have property on the ground. Two, he could be a fly risk. Because put time, run away. We one of you guys right now want to get the court that money thinking that the man will go back. No. So he found himself in places that are very difficult. But we look forward to the process. But for me, my focus is on educating our young people. I see a gap. I see a generational gap I see a culture gap. We must fill in those things with the right thing. All right? These people are acting on sheer arrogance because they are not aware of our cultural value that you and I learn about. My man, I go see my Oma. My Oma still go. My Oma this. My man, not try my Oma. My Oma call me like, hey there. You can even to your girlfriend play. My man, your Oma call. My man, I will call you right back, you, my Oma. And how that they respect that government, right? So then why should somebody gonna be causing them? Man, I see you guys, man. All right? Remember, there is no replacement for a mother. I experienced that. I was very little when my mom died.